Discipline is a weak point for many of us. There are a lot of techniques on the internet that sound good, but none of them work for long. That's because there is no special technique for being disciplined. There are only suggestions that science advises us and a few important points that we need to be aware of. That's what I'm going to tell you about. I don't have the magic wand that will make you a fully disciplined person. It's up to you to listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you and to acquire this skill. I say skill because discipline is not something you are born with. It is a skill you can acquire whenever you want. You should also know that discipline is not about forcing ourselves to do something, but about taking conscious and decisive steps to achieve our goals in the long run. For a disciplined life, you need to have clear goals and a strong purpose. I have published 2 useful videos on the channel for this. Be sure to check them out later. The point is that someone without a purpose doesn't understand the importance of discipline and is tempted by a disorganized life. But later on, they regret the wasted time and lost opportunities. Those who have goals increase their chances of success through discipline. If we have understood so far, let's move on to the necessary recommendations. Small steps. Big changes strain the brain. That's why it's more effective to start small rather than diving into an overly disciplined weekly program. Even if it's just 10 minutes each day, doing something in line with your goals can make a big difference. Whether it's reading a book, exercising, or learning a new skill, these small steps not only build the habit of discipline, but also make it easier for you to transition to bigger programs in the long run. The importance of routines. Routines help you conserve energy by reducing brain decision-making. Making a routine of activities that you start in small steps strengthens your discipline. Getting up at the same time every morning or doing certain tasks in the same time frame is important in this process. If you can do something without difficulty, it has become your routine. Always keep in mind what these routines will bring you in the long run so that they don't get boring. Recognize your weaknesses. To strengthen your discipline, you need to know your weak points. For example, if you spend a lot of time on social media, turn off the internet during working hours. If you drink alcohol, try to limit it. If necessary, don't drink at all, because an alcoholic mind does not care much about discipline. Track your progress. Science shows that observing your behavior and measuring your progress is critical to developing discipline. Writing down what you do or tracking it with an app will keep you motivated and organized. Let me explain how to keep track simply. Let's say you spent 1 day of last week completely resting. In the remaining 6 days, you read 60 pages of a book. You worked out for 3 hours. You made a video for YouTube. And this week, you read 80 pages of a book. You worked out for 6 hours. You made 2 videos. You learned 4.3 hours of foreign language. You don't need to measure everything down to the second. These general numbers will be enough to see the difference. Of course, sometimes you may get sick or feel unwell, which may lead to lower results than in previous weeks. This is completely normal. The important thing is to keep going without giving up. That's what the next topic is all about. Avoid perfectionism. Expecting perfection slows you down and harms your efforts. Making mistakes is normal, so are imperfect days. A few days of setbacks won't erase all your hard work, but you shouldn't make a big deal out of these setbacks and pause for a long time. The important thing is to pick up where you left off. Instead of trying to make up for the days that have passed, keep moving forward at the same pace. This is a mistake I often make myself. Every time I would try to make up for my irregular days, and I would be too hard on myself, which would put me in a more difficult situation. Give yourself permission. Sometimes you really need a break. Listen to yourself and take a short rest if you need to. This will help you re-energize. But once you have rested, it is important to get moving. Did you go on vacation after some disciplined months? Great, that's your right. But instead of pushing yourself back to your old pace as soon as you get back, start small for the first few days. Give yourself a transition period and gradually get back on track. Even when you don't feel like doing anything, try focusing on something for just 5 to 10 minutes. This is a cycle. Enthusiasm, motivation, action. When you sit down at your desk, you are in the action phase of the cycle, and the rest of the process usually unfolds on its own. That's all I have to say, my friend. Remember, discipline is the power to continue even when there is no motivation. If you want to live the life you have designed, not the life that is offered to you, act according to your thoughts, not according to your feelings. Take care. See you in the next video.